Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. The new satire, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, takes you inside the scandalous walls of a Southern Baptist megachurch. It's in theaters and will be streaming on Peacock September 2nd, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Sterling K. Brown leaves behind his dramatic turn on This Is Us and flexes his comedic chops as Pastor Lee Curtis Childs, who is hoping for a comeback. Regina Hall plays his wife, Trinity, the First Lady of the congregation. Now, scandal has rocked their church, and now with the help of a documentary crew, they're hoping for a revival to rehab their tarnished images in time to open for Easter Sunday. The film also stars Confidence and Nicole Bahari as a rival pastor and first lady trying to grow their congregation in the wake of the child scandal. Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul is written and directed by Adamo Ebo and was originally conceived of as a short film that's now been fleshed out to feature-length movie. From the very beginning, Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall have a clear handle on capturing the big personality with their characters. Brown easily slides into the comedy with the charm and the presentational skills needed for this kind of preacher who thinks that he's above the law or ridicule. He sells the over-the-top antics of a preacher who wants you to believe that he's been moved and saved by the Lord. He is quick to remind the people watching the documentary that he's a sinner, but not a pervert or criminal. Regina Hall is a comedy queen, and she is in prime form, making it all look so effortless. It's not a caricature, and she's still able to find the depth and the arc with Trinity. It's the vulnerable moments that Hall lets us in on that reminds us that she's a deeply hurt person but still has a job to do. Adamo Ebo is clearly pulling from her own experiences growing up in these mega churches, and she has a really specific eye to detail in not only the physical appearances of the church, from the thrones at the altar to the armored knight at the lectern, to the discussion, though, of designer bonnets to be worn that are holy and sexy all at once. She is quick to point out the hypocrisy at hand, not just with these Southern Baptist megachurches, but to many of these large denominational groups. The truths and the optics of attending church can be found at any place of worship, and we've seen real scandals like this hit priests, especially in the Catholic Church. They use their power and their position for real predatory behavior. Now, the mockumentary style may seem a little overdone these days, but it really worked for this kind of satire, to see how these characters act when they are in front of their congregation or on camera, or when they are not and the camera is then turned off. It's all an act for some, and that's what Adamo Ebo is getting at with this film. As a satire, it does veer on the lighter, funnier end, especially with the desperate attempts that we see Trinity take on to really control the narrative. It's not nearly as biting or as dark as other satires of late, like Not Okay or Don't Look Up. Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown are both worth watching, regardless of your take on organized religion or megachurches. I'm giving Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I actually got to interview Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown. I love talking to them. Get their take on what they turn to save their souls, and a little scary movie and flossy posse talk as well. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Paul's Movie Trip, and then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.